Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kim Zolciak looks much different after 10-pound weight gain. Kim Zolciak hasn't been on television for months, as Don't Be Tardy wrapped in late December 2017. She also filmed The Real Housewives of Atlanta last season, which wrapped up in April, so she hasn't been on television since the spring. As it turns out, Zolciak looks much different these days as she gears up for Don't Be Tardy's return to Bravo this fall. She recently posted a photo with her husband, Kroy Biermann, outside of their house, and fans had to do a double take. Zolciak looked so different that some people didn't even recognize her. The comments on her post revealed that some people actually thought Kroy was with another blonde woman. But Kim is now revealing that she's gained 10 pounds, and that could be why she looks so different. She didn't go into detail about whether she planned to gain the weight or how she changed her lifestyle, but the weight looks good on her. Kim also just had a breast reduction because she wanted to go down 1 cup size. Rather than being skinny with bigger breasts, she opted for a healthy frame with smaller and more natural breasts. Bravo hasn't announced what the new season will include, but it is possible that the recent breast reduction will be featured on the show. Back in November, Kim and Kroy Biermann were rumored to be trying for baby number 7, but Zolciak hasn't announced a pregnancy. In addition, Kim shouldn't be undergoing a breast reduction if she's pregnant. Don't Be Tardy is expected to come back to Bravo this fall, but no premiere date has been announced. In a world that watches celebrities with a magnifying glass, the smallest shift in appearance can become the next day's headline. So when Kim Zolciak Biermann stepped out with a noticeably fuller figure and confirmed a 10-pound weight gain, the internet did what it does best. It buzzed, it speculated, and it had opinions. But what few expected was how Kim would respond, not with an apology, a crash diet, or a social media filter frenzy, but with an unfiltered wave of self-assurance that redefined what looking different really means. Gone are the days when Kim's every Instagram photo featured the razor-sharp cheekbones and taut waistline that became her signature during her Real Housewives of Atlanta days. Instead, there's a softer jawline, a slightly rounder face, and curves that now whisper maturity and comfort instead of screaming perfection, and she's never looked more human or more powerful. A subtle shift, a bold statement. A 10-pound weight gain might seem minor to some, but for someone like Kim, whose life has been televised, analyzed, and digitized in high definition for over a decade, every ounce counts, especially in the court of public opinion. But here's the twist: Kim didn't hide. She didn't rush to explain it away with stress, water retention, or camera angles. Instead, she showed up at a charity gala last month in a fitted crimson dress that didn't conceal but celebrated her form. Her Instagram caption read, 10 pounds heavier and 10 times happier. Life's too short to skip dessert and too beautiful to obsess over the scale. Cue the applause. A mirror reflects, but doesn't define. Kim Zolciak's career has been steeped in glamour, Botox, wigs, and an unapologetic embrace of cosmetic enhancements. Her journey from a brash housewife to a self-made businesswoman and mother of 6 has always been entwined with her image. But lately that image has started to evolve. Fans noticed the shift before she acknowledged it: fuller cheeks, less contoured selfies, and gym selfies with a more relaxed tone. There was speculation. Was she pregnant again? Was it stress? Had she let herself go? But Kim has never been one to let the narrative be written for her. And when she took control, it wasn't with a defensive post or a weight loss sponsorship. It was with presence, with authenticity, with a smile that said, "I still run this." There's something almost poetic about watching a celebrity evolve in real time. We're so used to people fighting aging and change with everything in their arsenal: filters, surgeries, statements of denial. But Kim's change felt natural. Of course, looking different after gaining 10 pounds is inevitable. But in Kim's case, it's not just the physical shift that feels notable, it's the energy. The woman who once embodied a certain standard of manufactured beauty now seems to radiate something warmer, more grounded. Some might argue that it's just weight, that this isn't transformation but fluctuation, but those people might be missing the forest for the trees. For a public figure like Kim, the acceptance of even a small physical change can become a radical act of self-love. Fans react, a mixed bag of praise and prodding. Social media was swift in its response. Comments flooded her latest photos with everything from glowing praise, "You look amazing and real," to the inevitable concerned trolling, "Are you okay? You look different." But Kim, unbothered, replied to one comment with her trademark sass, "Different doesn't mean worse. It just means I'm evolving. Try it sometime." Her fanbase has largely rallied behind her. The weight gain, while noticeable, hasn't dulled her shine. In fact, it seems to have emboldened it. Because Kim isn't hiding behind illusions anymore, she's stepping into the spotlight with something more than a contoured jawline. She's stepping in with substance. Behind the glam, the human side of Kim. To understand the significance of this transformation, you have to understand Kim. She's more than a reality star. She's a mother, a wife, an entrepreneur. She's weathered public divorces, financial rumors, family feuds, and the unrelenting pressure to stay camera-ready. So maybe gaining 10 pounds isn't just about food or skipping workouts. Maybe it's about letting go of impossible standards. Maybe it's about healing, about finding joy in family dinners and margaritas on the beach, about not punishing yourself every time you eat a cookie. Maybe it's about being real. A new chapter, not a crisis. Celebrity culture often portrays any physical change as a crisis, but Kim's new look feels less like a fall from grace and more like a pivot. She's not a woman in decline, she's a woman in transition, and transitions can be powerful. Gone is the relentless pursuit of flawlessness. In its place is something softer, more resilient. And while some may mourn the loss of the ultra-toned, camera-ready version of Kim, others, especially women who've felt the sting of body image scrutiny, see a role model rising. Final thoughts. More than a number, 10 pounds. That's what started this conversation, but weight is just a number, and the scale never tells the full story. Kim Zolciak's new look is about so much more than pounds gained. It's about shedding expectations, about redefining beauty on your own terms, about choosing peace over perfection. She may look different, but in a world that values curated perfection, Kim's recent shift feels like rebellion and refreshment. And for all the talk about how she's changed, maybe the real truth is this: she hasn't changed at all. She's just peeled back a layer and revealed something more honest, more interesting, more her.